So hello everyone, I'm going to provide this workshop today. First, I will talk about your rights as an immigrant, our programs that support immigrant communities and resources during the COVID-19 pandemic. And after the presentation, we will have a Q&A session. So please stay until the end to raise any questions or concerns you may have. If you have any questions, you can also type it in the chat box. I will answer them after the presentation. I will also provide my contact info after the workshop, as well as the resource guide. Please share those informations widely with your networks to help others get access to the resources they need. So our office is the Mayor's Office of Immigrant Affairs, MOIA, and our mission is to promote the well-being of New York City's diverse immigrant communities. I will first talk about New York City local laws that protect immigrant communities. The first law is language access. It is called Local Law 30. It requires city agencies that provide direct services to the public to translate most commonly distributed documents into the top 10 citywide languages at minimum. So those 10 languages includes Spanish, Chinese, Russian, Bengali, Haitian Creole, etc. And if you find the city agency does not comply with this law, you can file a complaint with 311. The second law is about confidentiality. New York City agencies and workers must protect the confidentiality of a person's immigration status. Some agencies may ask your status to see if you're eligible for public benefit, but that information cannot be shared with anyone else. This includes the public school your child attends and NYPD when you report a crime. The third law is Detainer Law. So the most important thing about this law is that you need to know MOIA and the city do not cooperate with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE, unless the following two factors were met at the same time. One is that the person is convicted of one of the most serious crimes. Second, the officer must provide a warrant signed by a judge. And we do our best to fight back to protect our immigrants. I'm going to talk about some MOIA's programs. First one is IDNYC. I believe many of you have already heard of this and maybe already have this. IDNYC is the ID for all New Yorkers from all backgrounds and from all 5 boroughs, and your immigration status does not matter. IDNYC helps New Yorkers access a wide variety of services and benefits. IDNYC is broadly accepted official form of ID for NYPD and access to city buildings, and also provide identity for employment. IDNYC benefits every city resident, including the most vulnerable communities and those who may have difficulty obtaining other government-issued photo ID. So this is IDNYC old design before 2020. You can see on this card, there's nowhere showing your immigration status. And here's the 2020 new design. And you can choose not to declare your gender on this card. IDNYC is especially important for those who lack US government-issued proof of ID, including homeless, recently incarcerated, and undocumented immigrants. All IDNYC applicant information is kept completely confidential. And currently, if you do not have an IDNYC and you want to apply for one, you need to go to an enrollment site. And currently, enrollment sites are in reopening phases. In order to apply, you need to schedule an appointment to visit an enrollment center. So please visit nyc.gov/IDNYC or call 311 and see IDNYC. In order to apply for an IDNYC, you must be at least 10 years old and currently live in one of the 5 boroughs: Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, Staten Island. And you need to come with 4 points worth of documents. You need to provide 3 points of identity and 1 point of residency. And 1 document must have a photo and 1 must have a date of birth. And IDNYC accepts over 75 documents, including foreign documents. If you already have IDNYC, please pay attention to the expiration date on your card. Currently, if you applied you first have it in 2015 or 2016, it's the time that you need to renew it. And it's very convenient to renew it. You can renew it online. If your card, to renew your card and the renewing period has been extended up to 90 days before the expiration date on your card and up to 1 year after the expiration on your card. And to renew online, you can just go to the website nyc.gov/IDNYC to start a renewal application. And also due to the pandemic, if your card expired in 2020, you can still renew it through the December 31st, 2021. And after this date, you will not be able to renew your card and will need to submit a new application and go to an enrollment center physically. If your card expires in 2021, you can still renew your card within the 1 year of your card's expiration date. And you can renew online if the card has not been expired for more than 1 year and the card holder is over 16 years old and the card holder is not changing identity information such as name, height, or eye color. IDNYC is not just an ID, it also provides you benefits and discounts. IDNYC proudly partners with a range of institutions to offer membership to more than 40 cultural institutions across the city. You can also get discounts to city bike, YMCA memberships, movies, Broadway tickets, etc. You can also get discounts to sports goods. All the benefits information can be found on their website, memberdeals.com/NYCGOV. The next program is ActionNYC. ActionNYC offers free, safe immigration legal help across the city. If you have a case with USCIS, you need to know that USCIS has reopened certain in-person services and also resumed the naturalization and other interviews. But however, they still only have a limited appointment. If you want to know the case status, you can call them directly at 1-800-375-5283. If you have any questions about your case, you want to consult a lawyer, you can call ActionNYC to book an appointment. Their number is 1-800-354-0365. You can call Monday to Friday from 9 to 6, or you can just call 311 and tell them you need an appointment with ActionNYC. We Speak NYC is also a MOIA program. It is a 17-episode Emmy Award-winning educational television series. It is to help English language learners practice English. In response to COVID-19, We Speak NYC is offering weekly online classes. To join, to learn, or volunteer to teach free volunteer-led community classes, you can visit their website, www.nyc.gov/WeSpeakNYC for more information. NYC Care is a citywide program. It offers health care access that guarantees low cost and no cost services offered by NYC Health and Hospitals. In order to use this program, you cannot qualify for or cannot afford other health care like Medicaid. And you must be a resident of NYC. You must have lived in NYC for at least 6 months, and you must be at least 19 years old. NYC Care is not a health insurance. It is a health care access program. It is currently available in all boroughs. You can get services such as primary care, OB/GYN care, mental health care, and 24/7 access to the medication you need. You can call 1-646-962-2273 to make an appointment in your language. Some people may ask if they want to actually get a health insurance, what they can do to get it. There's other program called Get Covered NYC, which helps New Yorkers who qualify for health insurance enroll in a plan. Their specialists can speak various languages. You can call 311 or text Covered NYC to 877-877 to receive assistance. And currently, the deadline to apply has been extended to the March 31st for the next year, so you can still call. And this is what we usually call Obamacare. So now I'm going to talk more about the resources during the pandemic. Just want to reiterate the guidelines again. Please stay home and only go outside for essential tasks. If you must go outside, please keep at least 6 feet of distance between yourself and others and wear a face covering. If you have symptoms like cough, shortness of breath, fever, and do not feel better after 3 to 4 days, please consult with your doctor. And if you do not have a healthcare provider, you can call 844-692-4692 or call 311 to discuss COVID-19 symptoms with a primary care provider and receive medical advice and assistance, regardless of your immigration status and ability to pay. And also, if you're interested in getting vaccinated and you want to consult a primary care provider before you get the vaccine, you can also call this number 844-NYC to talk to a doctor. And for real-time text update on COVID-19 in English, please text COVID to 692-692. And for Spanish, please text COVID ESP. You can get free and convenient COVID-19 testing across the city at NYC Health and Hospitals and CTMD. No appointment necessary. You can visit nyc.gov/COVID test or test COVID test to 855-48 or call this number 212-268-4319 and see COVID-19 text to find a testing location near you. And the city is also partnered with CTMD, so you can also go to CTMD's website for more information. The NYC Test and Trace Corps contact tracers are working to call everyone who tested positive for or were exposed to the virus that caused COVID-19. So please answer the phone if you get a call from NYC Test and Trace or phone number starting with 212-540 or 212-242. And all calls are confidential and private. A contact tracer will ask how you're feeling. If you need services, provide guidance and ask who you've been in contact with. However, a contact tracer will never ask about your SSN, credit card information, or other private financial information. We understand that some people live with their families or friends, and it can be very difficult for them to quarantine. If you find hard to quarantine, you are eligible for a temporary hotel stay for up to 14 days for free, and your insurance status does not matter. You can just call 1-844-692-4692 and press 0 for more information. It is actually super easy to set up this hotel stay. You can just call this number and you don't actually need to provide proof or ID. When you book an appointment with them, someone will just pick you up and send you to the to the hotel. And there will be nurses at the hospital to provide you guidance and monitor your status, and there will be also free food there. So I know a lot of people have been asking about the vaccination. All New Yorkers can get the vaccine regardless of immigration status, and you will not need to share your immigration status to be vaccinated. Getting a vaccine is not a public benefit under the public charge rule. And right now, there's limited supply of the vaccine. Distributions is being phased based on the risk categories as established by the federal and state guidance. Starting January 12th, individuals aged over 65 and certain workers like grocery store workers and teachers and taxi drivers, TLC drivers are eligible to get a vaccine. And for the full list of eligible groups, you can visit nyc.gov/COVID vaccine distribution. And also starting February the 15th, people who have underlying conditions are also eligible for vaccine. Eligible New Yorkers can get a location near them and make an appointment online at vaccinefinder.nyc.gov or call 1-877-829-4692 for assistance in multiple languages. Currently, the supply of vaccines is very limited and will change daily. Appointments will be given based on availability at the sites. Additional sites are coming online every day. Check the website regularly or call the city's hotline. Currently, there are additional sites for seniors, and there are other sites like City Field and Yankee Stadium for the each borough's residents. You need to call this number or check online. NYC Health and Hospitals provide care to all New Yorkers, no matter what your immigration status or insurance status is. NYC Health and Hospitals will help you even if you don't have insurance or cannot pay for health care. To get a list of public hospitals, please visit www.nychealthandhospitals.org/hospitals. And a lot of people also asking about the current eviction policy. So under the new state COVID-19 Emergency Eviction and Foreclosure Prevention Act, which extends evictions restrictions protecting qualifying tenants from evictions through May the 1st, 2021. However, in order to be protected under this new law, regardless of your immigration status, you must sign a hardship declaration form and deliver it to your landlord. So later I will put the link to this form in the chat box. It is in English and Spanish. The city has activated a new hotline to assist tenants. You can call 311 and ask for the tenant helpline to get free legal access and receive guidance on pressing issues like harassment, eviction, and benefits access. I also want to introduce the Mayor's Office to Protect Tenants, MOPD. They have a COVID-19 fact sheet online. which includes the most up-to-date information regarding housing and eviction, including the explanation on the hardship declaration and the link to the form. I will also put this fact sheet in the chat box later. If you need public assistance such as SNAP, cash assistance, emergency cash assistance, rent assistance, one-shot deals, you can apply on the Access HRA website. Currently, all these public assistance require some sort of immigration status. But if you are undocumented, but you have US citizen children, you can apply on behalf of your children. Just want to stress, when you fill an application for your children, please make sure you put their information in the application. Since you are not the person who received this public benefits, it will also not be counted as public charge when you apply for a green card in the future. If you have more questions about this, you can call HRA at 718-557-1399. HRA also offers burial assistance. You need to apply within the 120 days from the date of the individual's death, and you, if you submit the application after March 12, 2020, you will be considered for the increased burial assistance allowance, and all the applications are reviewed regardless of immigration status. To apply, please go to this website to download the application, and you can submit it by email them or fax them. If you have any questions, you can call them at 718-473-8310. So I just talked about the public assistance that requires some sort of immigration status. So people may ask if they are undocumented and they don't have any US citizen children or families who are US citizen, can they still get help? Yes. So currently there's a program called FASTEN. It is provided by the 7-base home provider. So in order to get help, you need to call the home-based provider directly. And this program is particularly for people who are undocumented immigrants and do not have US citizen children. So there are 7 home-based providers, and you need to contact them based on the zip code. You don't need to worry about this because I will put this table also in the PDF document later in the chat box. But you can say if you live in Queens, you need to call this Catholic Charities Neighborhood Services. And this program is not like cash assistance or things offered by HRA. It takes some time to get processed. It can take up to 90 days, which is 3 months, to get your assistance. It's not like you can get it tomorrow or this week. You need to first schedule a screening with the home-based provider and submit the application. Some updates about the immigration court and USCIS. All the immigration court hearings are postponed for people who are not detained until March 19, 2021. And for people who are detained, hearings are continuing for now. If you have a hearing, you can visit the Department of Justice's website, justice.gov/EOIR, or call their hotline. And like we said before, USCIS has reopened for oath ceremony last year. However, they are only allowing 10 candidates at a time and no family members can enter. If you have a case with USCIS and your interview or appointment get rescheduled, they will send you rescheduled notices. It usually will go out with 2 weeks notice by mail. If you have any questions, you can always call USCIS directly at 1-800-375-5283 or go to their website, uscis.gov. And public charge is also a lot of people are concerned about this. Currently, the most important thing you need to know is that getting care, treatment, or testing for COVID-19 will not make your public charge or hurt your ability to apply for a green card in the future. USCIS also announced that treatment and preventative services for COVID-19 will not negatively impact the outcome for any person subject to the public charge test, so please seek care without fear. Though we have a new president right now, we are still waiting for litigation or a new law to officially end the public charge rule. However, this public charge rule does not apply to everyone. It actually only applies to a small group of people. For example, if you are a green card holder, you don't need to worry about this at all because this does not apply to green card holder when they apply for citizenship. And also, there are many situations like if you are T visa holder, U visa holder, or asylum, refugee, this rule also does not apply to you. So if you want a consultation regarding your individual case, you can call ActionNYC. The program offers free, safe legal services across the city at 1-800-354-0365 or just call 311 and see public charge to book appointment to consult with the lawyer. Here's a very exciting news about DACA. Under the Federal District Court order effective December the 7th, 2020, USCIS is required to begin accepting first-time applications for DACA and accepting applications for basically everything changed back to 2 years and automatically extend DACA and work authorizations to 2 years. However, the litigation surrounding DACA continues to develop, and we suggest you pay attention to the updates regularly. If you have a question regarding DACA or you need help with the renewing, you can also call ActionNYC at 1-800-354-0365 to book an appointment to talk to a lawyer. Hate and discrimination against anyone on the basis of their race, national origin, or other status is not tolerated in New York City. The NYC Commission on Human Rights, Mayor's Office for the Prevention of Hate Crimes, and NYPD are monitoring and responding to reported hate and bias incidents. Please call 311 to report harassment or discrimination. And if you are a victim of a hate crime or witness what you believe to be a hate crime, please call 911 immediately, and NYPD officer will not ask about immigration status of anyone. If you feel stressed, depressed, and you want to talk to someone, there are trained counselors who can provide you with support 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in over 200 languages. You just need to call NYC Well at 1-888-692-9355 or text Well to 65173 or visit the website nyc.gov/nycwell to chat with a counselor. So we also want to protect undocumented immigrants, and we want them to know their rights. You don't need to open the door for ICE immediately, and you don't even have to speak with them. You may ask them to show their badge, ID, or business card in case that's a fraud. And you can also ask them if they have a judicial warrant. Remember, we said in the beginning, New York City only cooperate with ICE only if the person is convicted of a serious crime and the ICE officer have a judicial warrant. So ICE cannot legally enter the private space of a workplace unless they have the permission of an employer or a judicial warrant. In order to get more information, including the videos and fact sheet to deal with ICE, you can visit nyc.gov/knowyourrights. If you cannot leave your home, do not have anyone who can bring your food, and you are not able to use private delivery options, you may be eligible to get free meals delivered directly to your home. And households that qualify can order food delivery for up to 2 weeks. You can visit nyc.gov/getfood or call 311 and say get food. Here's a summary of the resources we just talked about. First, get tested, go to the website or call 311 and say COVID-19 testing to find a testing location. And to renew IDNYC or make an appointment to apply for IDNYC, you can go to their website or call 311. NYC Care guarantees low-cost and no-cost services. And ActionNYC offers free, safe immigration legal services. If you have any questions or you have any issues regarding housing and eviction, you can call 311 and ask for the tenant helpline to get help. Or you can visit MOPT's website. So for the tenant helpline, when you call 311 and tell the operator you need this tenant helpline, they will transfer you to a voicemail inbox. So you need to leave a voicemail, and their MOPT will get back to you as soon as possible. So our office has the Ask MOIA hotline. You can always call us to ask any questions or submit any requests by calling 212-788-7654. You can also send us an email at askmoia@moia.nyc.gov. And our team is still operating from Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you prefer to speak another language, we can also find an interpreter for you. And if you call us on weekend, you can leave us a voicemail and we will get back to you on Monday. Thank you very much for attending today's workshop. For more information, you can visit our website or you can stay connected with us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram. We post the updates and sometimes workshop recordings on our Facebook page. My name is Luna Fu. I'm the Community Services Representative at MOIA, and my phone number is 347-598-0835. If you have individual question, you can always call me. I work 9 to 5, and if you have urgent situation, for example, you have a hearing and you need a lawyer, like immediately, you can call me. We will refer you to a legal service provider. And my email address is yfu@mofellow.nyc.gov. And now I'm open to questions, so please feel free to ask your question. And I will also put the resource guide in the chat box. Thank you very much. So I will end the interpretation function. Everybody will go back to the main room.
الحجرة الأساسية ونبطل خدمة الترجمة.
Ahora se abre el periodo de preguntas y respuestas.
So please feel free to ask questions. Any questions?
Por favor, siéntase libre de hacer cualquier pregunta que tenga.
ممكن تتفضلوا لو في أي حد عايز يسأل سؤال باللغة العربية تفضلوا اسألوه وأنا هترجم.
So, okay, I just put the additional resource guide in the chat box. You can download it and check it. I will also send this to Lizzie, as well as the link to watch the recordings. In this resource guide, I just want to say there's a link you can register for a vaccine workshop. They will introduce more information and knowledge about the vaccine. If you're interested, it's a very good workshop. I highly recommend it. You can use the link in the PDF to register.
Le acaba de entregar en la caja del chat la señora Luna la guía de recursos de la ciudad de Nueva York. En la guía usted va a entender toda la información que se acaba de presentar y además tiene acceso a la información para las personas interesadas en la vacuna contra el COVID. Así que si usted está interesado en hacerlo, puede abrir el PDF con el documento con la información y acceder a todos los recursos, incluyendo la información de la vacuna.
أنا كمان حطيت في غرفة الدردشة رابط يوصلكم بالمصادر الكتير اللي اتكلمنا عنها من شوية، ولو عندكم أي سؤال تقدروا تتفضلوا تسألوني، وكله مكتوب في غرفة الدردشة. مرة تانية هو رابط للمصادر اللي اتكلمنا عنها.
So
sorry Luna, I can't see the link, just updating you that it's I don't know.
Okay, so it's a PDF. Can you see it? Can everyone see it? No. Okay, it's okay. I will also send to AZ. If you Lizzie can just spread it to people who need this. I will just wait for another 1 or 2 minutes for everyone. So if you have any questions regarding vaccine distribution or IDNYC or anything, you can ask like right now.
El documento con toda la información del COVID también se lo va a entregar Luna a la señora Lizzie. Entonces, si ustedes lo necesitan y no pueden entrar ahora, pueden accederlo a través de ella. Vamos a esperar un par de minutos más para las personas que tienen alguna pregunta. Gracias.
أنا كمان هبعت إيميل بكل المصادر دي تتبعت لكم بالإيميل لو انتوا اللي محتاجها طبعا، ولو في أي حد يا جماعة عنده سؤال يتفضل، أنا هنا عشان أجاوب على أسئلتكم.